The next game coming up between Fiji and Uruguay in Pool A. Fiji, twice winners of the Melrose Cup in 1997 and 2005. Well, Fiji started solidly by dispatching Tonga 45 points to 0 against Uruguay. And it's, well, a David versus Goliath challenge. Fiji have pace and skill throughout their team. Leone Nakawara and Levani Mbotia are big ball handling forwards, but in the backs, number 9 Iliatinai and Samasoni Viriviri winning the number 12 shirt are outstanding runners in this team. Well, Uruguay played in the last two Rugby World Cup of sevens and lost by 33 points to 5 against defending champions Wales in their opening game. Juan Diego Almachia follows in his father's footsteps and plays in a Rugby World Cup, this time in the sevens. His father, incidentally, in the 15s in 1999. Watch out for Gabriel Puig wearing the number 5 jersey, and number 8 Gaston Mires, the ball handlers of this Uruguayan team. Well, the teams enter this magnificent stadium here in Moscow. The Luzhniki Stadium holds 89,318 supporters. Not quite as many, but a reasonable atmosphere in here. And you've got so many supporters spread around all these seats, it's difficult to sort of get a feel of just how many thousands of people are in here. But they're here to watch one of the best exponents in the game. And alongside me, Melody Robinson, who will be covering a lot of the ladies' competition. Day 1 here, of course, in the women's circuit. Day 2 in the men's. Matt O'Brien will referee this. But Melody, Fiji 45-0 winners in their opening tie. And that's certainly an outstanding team. Fiji dispatching Tonga by 45 points to 0.
I think they may have been the most impressive in round 1. They looked powerful, quick. Everything was balanced in their side. They love these conditions. This is perfect for them. Really impressive.
Tinai will start the game with a kick-off on halfway, of course. Trying 2 conversions in that opening match versus Tonga. Plays for the Wardens Club in Suva. The 29-year-old will start this tie. And this is game 17. The 5th game of day 2. So a low kick-off there from Fiji. So Uruguay have the first possession of the ball through Juan Diego Almachia. Juan Martin Leve slips on the surface, but Uruguay early ball and attacking from deep. Good footballing skills there, but it goes into the hands of Fiji. Now look how quickly that they turn defence into attack. Levani Mbotia. And look how quick the footwork is. Absolutely brilliant from Samasoni. Very, well, he's in under the post for the opening tie. And almost in the blink, or the blink I should say, of an eyelid, it's Fiji on the scoreboard through Samasoni. Very.
Well, this was instinctive sevens at its best, because they went to the open side of the field, saw that the defence from Uruguay was right up, back to the short side, put the sprinters on, and Viri over for the first try of this match.
Conversion was successful. 29 scoring that, but the footwork of Samasoni very just outstanding. He made a wonderful, had a wonderful tournament back in Las Vegas earlier in the season. And look at the height on this restart from Iliatinai. But a great take and go from Uruguay. Trenchant running there. Down to the 10-yard line. Now you notice that the Uruguayan player went right over the top and sealed off. It's a zero tolerance policy on this. Nemani Nangusa into Leone Nakawara. Fijian 10-yard line, and Fiji can always attack from deep. But again, Sealand going down on the ball.
That's right, the referees, they'd like the defensive team to have a crack, to go for the turnover. But they also want quick ball.
Matt O'Brien, the referee from Australia. And Uruguay quite content to kick for touch.
Yeah, good result for them with this line-out, but just see it there, the Fijian player, he just goes on top of the ball. It doesn't allow the Uruguay player to attack and go for the turnover. And that's where the penalty came.
Ball overthrown at the back and taken by Mbotia. Mbotia right up to the halfway line. Throws the ball back but loses possession.
Option Fiji.
Mbotia always recognise him with that head guard on, or the strapping across the forehead. This for the captain of the Wardens Sevens RFC.
So I think the defensive player, yes, there you go, from Uruguay, just bats the ball over the sideline, so Fiji get another chance. In fact, it's ruled a knock-on. So you see the difference. Uruguay have already given the ball away 5 times. You just can't do that against a team like Fiji.
And again, look at the quickness of that speed of thought from Fiji. Happy to concede a little bit of territory. Nangusa. Well, the tackles are non-existent at the moment from Uruguay, but it's just all pace and power. The pop pass by Nakawawa. Fiji just showing why they're such great exponents of this great one. One-handed pass, a slip there, but second try, Ilatinai making it look so simple for the Fijians.
Well, it's kind of crazy when you watch that try because the Uruguay defensive players look so small and tiny and they're hanging off the big Fijian athletes. And you can see them, see that one-handed pop pass. I mean, that's just so difficult to do. Even the error there going to ground, and still, Tinai, 5 points. You've got to have, I guess, speed, you've got to have fitness, but add to that size. And that is one heck of a Sevens attacking team Fiji have.
You said that Tinai had 5 points. He's converted his own try. That's Fiji out to 14-0 against Uruguay. That's when you get players such as Lona Nakarawa. He's 6'6", 18.5 stone, 198 metres, 117 kilograms, and still is able to sprint with guile and pace. And well, it's just wonderful to see these athleticism of the Fijian forwards. Uruguay from the kickoff though, sealing off ball at the contact area. So Fiji again, just a quick tap go. There you go, and up over the 10-yard line. And you know, the defensive platform for Uruguay, it's so hard to close out these Fijians. Tonight with the show of the ball, the overhead pass, a bit loose but typical in its Fijian execution. This is Alipati Ratini. Oh, superb tackle. Ratini gets up, dots the ball down, and really no disrespect to Uruguay here, but it is very much a David and Goliath battle, and the Goliaths are those men, I should say, wearing the white jerseys of Fiji.
They're entertaining to watch, no doubt about it. You know, they're unorthodox, seems like they can do anything. Kind of just cruising around in the middle of the field there. And then Ratini put his foot down, glided over.
It wasn't a good tackle actually, or an attempted tackle by Gaston Merez, wearing that number 8 jersey for Uruguay.
If he had held on to Ratini, then Ratini wouldn't have got the try, because he'd have to release the ball.
Tinai. There's an opportunity. I felt he scored. And the Gold Coast last year, one of the tries, all-time great tries I've ever seen, ran the length of the pitch. It was magnificent, and the Fijians are magnificent at the moment and looking very comfortable, yet to concede a point. Remember, Fiji opened their account with a win by 45 points to 0 over Tonga, and so far in Uruguay in the first half, 19-0 up. Ball palmed back into the hands of Mires. Taken back by Ian Schmidt, and then the clearance kick. Well, it's Francisco Vincino. Well, it's a big kick, it gives them territory, but they've conceded the possession. An excellent awareness from the player just to throw the ball in, take it himself. And Fiji, knowing that points win prizes, will attack from deep once again. Oh, just the strength once again from Limini Mbotia. And Mbotia will have the pace to go in under the post. So on that final whistle, marvellous awareness from Tinai to set the try up with the own line-out take and throw. And it was the pace and the strength of Mbotia to go in under the sticks.
Oh, look, it's just wonderful to watch because they're getting points and tries from everywhere. I mean, usually a kick will give you a little bit of space to breathe, but the quick throw in, and then Mbotia, he's a wonderful runner.
So half-time, Fiji well in command of this tie. Fiji lead by 26 points to 0, and well, you can expect more of the same in the second half. Don't go away. It's magnificent stuff here from the Fijians.
Para obtener la pelota. Esto por un lado. Enganchamos en el juego de 3. Ya sabemos. Luego el contacto tenemos que estar como garrapata. Juguemos, lo escuché recién a Juan, lo dijo, juguemos más juntos. Jueguen más juntos, jueguen más angostos. Sabemos que son 2 o 3 pases. Vamos ahí, 2 o 3. Lo otro.
Posta kamu lepas eh. Pun posta kamu lepas lalu kenapa? Dia lepas mana ambil. Kau baru balik belakang eh.
Kalau ada apa? Sambil membeli risau. Tunggu balik hotel, tunggu balik hotel cuma saat menemukan place hotel. Lama kapan dong? Orang malah risau. Tu mai. Coba nambah tak. Tapi mau ikut tu.
Well, those were the words of Valenti Derry, the Fijian coach. And I'm sure those watching in the South Sea Islands of Fiji there will be enjoying their team, and hope you're enjoying all this action. Of course, if you wanted to tweet us, you can do so on hashtag RWC7S. That's the numerical 7. Just to repeat that, hashtag RWC7S. And always Fijian supporters, and just marvellous, isn't it? But the amount of possession that Fiji have had, Melody Robinson.
Yeah, reflected in the statistics, I've made 18 passes to 7. Uruguay, I guess, when they do get the ball, have kicked it away twice. There's the difference. Interestingly, they've only had to make 4 tackles, and that is because the Fijians are not taking it into contact. They're playing a wonderful freestyle of 7s out there.
So restart is long, and in many respects you're just giving possession straight back to Fiji, and they will once again attack from deep. I'm sure the coach Valenti Derry will make a few changes just to give his whole team a run out in the second half. But an error there from Fiji, just an eye off the ball from Samasoni Viriviri, who scored a try in the first half. You can see him just annoyed with himself. He snatched at that ball because he anticipated the opportunity of the overlap on the outside.
That's the first error Fiji have made in the entire match. They should be pretty happy, but that shows you how high their standards really are. That is why they are 2-time 7s World Cup champs.
So we got ball back into the hands of Ian Schmidt. Now Schmidt, he'll go on the wraparound. See that? The way he got the ball back, but look how Fiji just wrapped him up in the tackle, completely suffocated the Uruguayan attack. Uruguay back to the 10-yard they go. Well, it's a missed pass there, and that just goes to show how difficult it is to crack open this Fijian defence.
They're working in channels, so if someone moves out of your channel like the rapper did, you stay in your channel and the person next to you takes them. So these guys know each other so well, they've played so much 7s that you just won't confuse them with just a simple rap.
So scrum half in 7s, you'll see this is Samasoni Viriviri. Scrum half, he also acts as the hooker, as in throwing the ball in at the line out. And here come a couple of changes for Fiji. Here comes Suji Rangamati. And Rangamati, it's just, you know, this team is just laced with brilliance. And it's funny because Viriviri goes out onto the wing, he provides all the pace. And Josie Rangamati trying 3 conversions in the opening tie from the Nataboa High School as a student. Missed Hong Kong and Tokyo tournaments through work commitments. But it will be Rangamati with the throw. Scrappy though at the base. Nakarawa manages to secure the possession. So just a loose pass that came in there from Oniva. And again, Fiji. Look at that, just the way this guy steps around. He has the skills, he has the pace, and well, he decides to pop the little pop pass over. And marvellous try from Fiji. They always attack from deep. And getting the support of Matusisila and Mbula.
You see, Fiji were in all kinds of trouble here. Vidi. I mean, that's just unbelievable. So much pace. And then he decides to go on a little bit of a holiday at the end and give Dali Mbula the 5 points. You can have that one.
He certainly can have that one.
This is what I love about Fiji. They play sevens like no other team. The style, they're freestylers. They assess what's in front of them. They all have the ability to break a game open. Very talented.
And you just admire their skill level, and you know, when you consider that Ian Schmidt went in for the tackle there and it was completely bamboozled by the marvellous footwork of Samasoni Vidi. It was a joy to behold. Rangamati, who added the conversion, takes the kick-off, and well, it's tough times for Uruguay.
I liked how Fiji decided to kick to the right-hand side of the field, further away from the Uruguay forwards. Bit of a variation. Just starting to practice a few of their different tactics now.
So a wider pass onto the 10-yard line. Scissors pass was an option, but the spill of the ball by Mbotia. In fact, it was Naithalevu. So Naithalevu just couldn't hang on to the ball off the bench. And you know, this is one of the things about the Fijians, is that, you know, you're coming off a bench, you know, into 3 minutes to go in a tie, and it's your first chance to catch the ball. But look at the amount of passes that have been completed there by Fiji, totally in command of that little white shape thing in the middle. Ian Schmidt then, well, he's going to attack from deep, but well, he's shaped to kick. Manages to get the offload. And the pass away by Santiago Gibano. Federico Favaro. And look at Fiji working hard in the defensive chores as well as the attacking chores. Whoa, just about an interception pass. It almost took our cameraman as well. And again, Uruguay having to work so hard for that ball. Mangusa takes the quick tap and go. Well, it's easy for Alan Muller, who adds a second try to his tally. So he's only been on the pitch for 2 minutes and he's scored 2 tries.
Yeah, Taliambula, he was just pretty much standing there ready to take the pass. A bit of a pity because Uruguay had done so much just before, so there it is there. Run over for the 5 points. I think for a team like Uruguay or any side playing Fiji, you never want to take them on physically, just keep it out of contact. They nearly got a really good break just before this try.
He's leading point scorer as well, scored 2 against Tonga in their opening tie yesterday. Restart by Rangamati then. The 28-year-old, and just again an example of some great footwork there. Look how they're prepared to set, concede a little bit of ground and territory, attack from deep, one show the ball, and Samasoni very, once again shows us how good his footwork is and his eye for the gap.
That's right, Scott. He actually created that try just from a step off his left foot. Identified there's a little bit of a gap in front of him. So goes forward, step, accelerates through. Wow, this is a great performance from this Fijian team.
It sure is. 7 tries to the good Fiji, and it's been a very, very impressive start. The conversion was successful, so they've exceeded their total against Tonga. They're now up to 47. I once actually, would you believe, I once saw Fiji put 100 points past Zambia in Dubai. It is possible, but with only 8 seconds in the clock, I know Uruguay will want to keep it under the 50, but they fought well, and they'll learn from this experience because they're up against one of the best teams in World Sevens. Fiji then, last play of this tie. They'll want to wrap up well, very, very, with the step, the wrap around then to one of the big carrying forwards, Mayatha Levu. And look at the width that they're able to put on the ball. Oh, but loose there, so a mistake by Fiji. Closes out the game, 7 tries to the goods, and on top of their opening victory, Fiji yet to concede a point in this tournament so far. They're looking hot to trot. Fiji 47, Uruguay 0.